Hello, everyone. Welcome to this series of leadership talks where the practitioners working in the space of AI and Gen AI would come and then talk about their experiences. Right. Today we have Rohit with us. Rohit, thank you so much for pulling off time from your busy schedule. Rohit has experience cutting across different companies. He did his bachelor's in computer science from Vishweshwaraya Technological University, and he has done his advanced management program in business analytics from ISB in 2017-18. And wide experience Rohit has, right? Rohit has experience working with Novartis in the space of pharma, of course. Then he worked with Zipper. Post that he worked with Flow, then Must Research Academy, Bird Analytics, Quadrant Research. But the most important thing is he's working currently with Deloitte and is working for close to 5 years now with Deloitte, and he's working in the space of GPS, applied AI. That is an interesting area to be in. Once again, welcome Rohit, and thank you so much for joining in. So Rohit, we would like to understand from you on what are a few of the interesting projects which are being handled, and a lot of people want to know, not at a bookish level, but they really want to know from practitioners on what kind of real world interesting challenges they encounter. Yeah, we would like to hear from you.
Definitely. Thanks for the intro, Bharan. For Deloitte, currently I'm working for government and public services. That's what GPS is, and where we are primarily focused on the generative AI applications. So our objective is to automate the manual effort from the case workers. So for that, we are working on the Q&A chatbots, OCR detection, etc. And the challenge which normally in this kind of projects is it's not particularly a model development compared to what we do in the machine learning and deep learning space. It's more of API calls for the foundational models, doing any fine tuning if necessary for the domain specific knowledge, and then more of deployment, CI/CD pipelines, so on and so forth. So we extensively work on prompt engineering, the fine tuning. Along with that, we require the people with AWS or GCP or Azure cloud expertise. So our team consists of wide variety of individuals, resources who have particular tech stack. And as a senior consultant, I'll be leading the team where I'll be coming up with estimates, providing the architecture, QC the code, etc. That's my day-to-day job.
Wonderful, Rohit. Nice to know that. So Rohit, you're saying that you look at the API keys, connect to the foundation models. Is it open source or commercial to a great extent?
It varies. We go with the open source foundational models using the Bedrock framework or Vertex CI from the AWS or GCP. And also we we use a private LLMs, locally hosted LLMs for the more secured information, because we don't want the confidential PII data to go to the LLM models. So we have all this. Even for the foundation models, we go with the client-specific accounts API framework, or the LLM frameworks, which are in the Bedrock and Vertex AI, which they feel more comfortable with.
Wonderful. Nice to know. So nice to know.
Yeah.
And were there any scenarios where you have downloaded the open source large language model onto the customer's server because they might want to upload their data to the model and then keep asking questions around that also?
So we have loaded the locally hosted LLM models like using LoRa, Gemma, and using those for let's say when we are working on the SQL-based tabular application, the data which the LLM will be generating the SQL queries, and these SQL queries will be connecting to the database, get the data, and this data should go to the another LLM as a context to get human readable information. But this data is proprietary data with PII information. So for that, we won't be going with the foundation models available in the framework. Rather, we have the locally hosted LLMs or private LLMs to which we send this context. So we have wide variety of approaches.
No, wonderful. Wonderful. So nice to know. And Rohit, good automation workflows are happening, OCR detection,
Yeah, yeah.
API calls, CI/CD pipeline, so on and so forth, fine tuning, prompt engineering. You're working extensively on that. So Rohit, if I were to ask, on what kind of skills are you looking for? If you want to hire someone in your team, what kind of skills would you actually look for, given that GenAI has taken over and people are using vibe coding extensively, and people are really focused on solving the business problem rather than knowing the, you know, underlying math or being an adroit programmer. They are looking at analytical skills and all that. What is your take, Rohit?
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier in the previous conversation, we look at extensive skill set. We look as a solution the resources which are needed for the entire deployment end to end. We look more as a solution architects than the data scientists because here it involves prompt engineering, using the APIs to get the foundation models, fine tuning the models that require the deep learning knowledge and the NLP skill set, as well as Python exposure, as well as we do most of the work in the cloud technologies like AWS, GCP, Azure. We require those practitioners as well. And also we need the Dockerization. So we require the people who have the exposure over the Kubernetes, CI/CD pipelines. So altogether, we require a mix of practitioners with the skill set. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Rohit. Rohit is very clearly saying that we don't just need data scientists who know data science, right? We need someone who can look at end-to-end implementation.
Yeah.
Right. So they should have knowledge of cloud platforms. They should have knowledge of APIs. They should have knowledge of what are the foundation models, fine tuning, RAG, prompt engineering, these kind of things, because these are new breed of skills which are needed for people to be successful.
And those days are gone. So earlier we were working on particular tech stack. Now it's like a whole one team will be working on multiple aspects. And yeah. And as I mentioned, even for the machine learning, we are working on another asset, which is a combination of ML and GenAI. So ML deep learning model outcome will be going as a context to that. So for that also we require proper data scientists, the cloud practitioners. So we also look into the resources who have multiple skill sets. So we we focus more on the upskilling, even at the current firm, where the data scientists will be having the expertise in the cloud technologies and also the CI/CD pipelines.
Wonderful, wonderful. Very well said. Very well said, Ruben. So that's it, guys. So very clearly, gone are the days where you say that I will do only data analytics, I'll do only machine learning model building, I'll do only deployment. Now, one should be well versed with entire life cycle, end-to-end pipeline. That is what companies are looking at. Wonderfully said, Rohit. Thank you so much, and thank you once again for pulling off time from your busy schedule. Given the way you're progressing in your career, I'm sure you'll grow in leaps and bounds. Thank you so much, Rohit, and all the best for your future.
Thanks, Bernie, for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you.